Hello and welcome to a very special Sea of Thieves news, where we're going to look back at what's been a very interesting year and look forward to some of the exciting things we have for the future. It's a lot to get through today, so let's get started.
Hello everyone, Neate here, executive producer on Sea of Thieves, back with another Sea of Thieves news. So 2020 for Sea of Thieves has been a really great year, and that's despite all of the challenges that we've had to work through. I've been really proud of how Rare as a whole, as a studio and as a team has kind of stood up to the challenges that we faced and have kept delivering to Sea of Thieves, to our community, and really kind of had the value of our players and delivering a great experience for them throughout this year. Sea of Thieves, it's in its third year now, and each year has seen growth. So 2020 has had more players playing so far than 2019, and 2019 had more players than 2018. So it's been really interesting and great to see this just kind of continued growth for the game, to see more people coming in from all over the world. And that growth has even seen more than 11 million people playing Sea of Thieves this year alone, which is just incredible, right, to think of that many people coming in and playing Sea of Thieves. And obviously part of that was contributed to by our Steam launch, which was in June this year, where we saw over 1 million people come in within that first month on Steam. We've seen continued growth since then. We've seen players from Korea and China really adding to the growth of the community worldwide, and just again really kind of enriching our diverse player base that we have. And so now we're actually about 50-50 between PC and between console in terms of what our kind of player base is made up of. I just really love the kind of the mix and the makeup that we have across our community. And we're obviously really excited to have recently entered the new console generation on the Series S and X, and we're fully optimised with increased frame rates and significantly improved loading times too. So for those loads to and from the Ghost Ship, much improved, promise. And as an added. That's 4 A's. That's hard. And for an added bonus, anybody that plays on the Series S or the Series X will receive the new Duke ship set. As we look forward to kind of future plans for Sea of Thieves, our focus is very much on adventure in Sea of Thieves, which is very much the kind of the beating heart of the game. It's where we started, it's what has kind of always been so unique and so special, and where we've seen the most amazing stories for Sea of Thieves. And it's where our players are kind of very much demonstrating that it's what's most special to them too. So, over 97% of our playtime is spent in adventure. And so Mike Chapman is going to talk in a little while through kind of what the future plans are for that. We've got some very exciting things that we really want to kind of bring to this. But what it means is that because of our focus is on adventure, that we aren't planning to kind of continue evolving and updating Arena as part of Sea of Thieves. And that is purely again because we want to make sure that we're focusing our time and our efforts on where our players are spending the majority of their time. It's the place that they're kind of giving us all the feedback, they're asking for new things. So Arena will continue to be a part of Sea of Thieves, it'll continue to be something that people can go play, and we'll continue to kind of maintain it and keep it working and stuff for people that want to play it. But we won't be investing kind of future development time in terms of new features or changes to the mode itself. We're really proud of what we've delivered with Arena. We love that we've kind of brought this competitive lens to Sea of Thieves, and we know that there are some kind of very committed and engaged players that are playing that. But the right thing for us is to continue to invest in the growth of adventure, which is where the Sea of Thieves is at its most unique and special, and where we see the kind of the stories that just really mean so much to us. We're now going to be going to Mike Chapman, who is going to be talking all about kind of what our future plans are for adventure and why we're so excited about them and why we think they're just going to be an amazing experience for you, the community. So as always, great to be chatting to you and good to be back in the front of the camera again after a little while away. But yeah, really excited to kind of see everyone's reactions to the future plans that we have. So I will see you on the seas, and I'm doing this even though it's not the end.
Since July 2019, we've been updating the game as part of our monthly updates. And this has been really important for us because we want to expand the possibilities within Sea of Thieves, bringing new content to you, our players, new goals to strive for, and new rewards to attain. After a year and a half of updating the game that way, we're moving to a new way. So from January, seasons are coming to Sea of Thieves with a few priority twists. So what can you expect from each season? Well, each season lasts approximately 3 months, and each season begins with a new piece of content, a new experience or way of play to start each season. And alongside that, over the 3 months, there'll be regular and featured live events, hundreds of new rewards to go and play for, alongside ongoing quality of life patches, Emporium updates, and ongoing rewards as part of our Twitch drops. Encompassing all of that is our new seasonal progression system, which all in all is the biggest change to our progression system since launch. And this sees you progressing your renown as part of the season, engaging with all aspects of the pirate's life in the Sea of Thieves, from adventuring, exploration, combat with the world and with other players, and all aspects of life at sea and the unique things that make Sea of Thieves special. So there's 100 levels of pirate renown to play through, alongside a series of pirate trials that celebrate our existing content and encourage you to play in new ways. What's really exciting for us is that outside of the trading company progression system that's already there, you can feel that sense of progress each time you play. So even if you don't finish the adventure you're on or finish your voyages, you still feel that tangible sense of progress when you play Sea of Thieves. So this allows you to play shorter sessions, but you're also able to engage with aspects of Sea of Thieves outside of the trading companies and still have that add to your seasonal progress. So as part of playing through each season, progressing your pirate renown across those 100 levels, you unlock new rewards for your pirate, new rewards for your ship, alongside some exclusives for Pirate Legends. And alongside that, there's also an optional premium tier, which we're calling our Plunder Pass. And this gives you access to unique rewards, alongside some exclusives from our Pirate Emporium. So each month, there'll be a featured live event, similar to what you've seen us do in October with our Fate of the Damned event. And this gives you new goals and new rewards to strive for. And alongside that, there's also our regular live events, like Golden Glory, Fortnights and Gold Rush. And these ensure that there's always regular activities to engage with. So Season 1 is launching in January, and as part of that we're launching a new Merchant Alliance voyage experience. And this new voyage sees you play the role of detective as you piece together clues across land and sea, trying to locate a lost shipment out there in the world, a lost shipwreck waiting to be found. And this voyage sits as part of your Merchant Alliance progression. So much like our Order of Souls voyages with the ghost ships, or the new Treasure Vault voyages as part of Gold Hoarders, it becomes a new staple way of play as part of that company. So exciting things are coming to Sea of Thieves, and we believe everything we've discussed today will lead to a better experience for our players. And we're just so inspired and fulfilled to have the privilege to keep building this game, expanding the possibilities within that sandbox and keeping that Sea of Thieves experience fresh. And there's big things coming next year, so keep a weather eye on the horizon and we'll share more info soon.
I think we can all agree that Sea of Thieves has had an amazing year this year, and next year is set to be even bigger. But we're not done with 2020 just yet. The last of our monthly updates, the Festival of Giving, will be launching on December 9th, ahead of our launch of seasons in January. We'll be running a whole host of live events throughout this update, including the 12 Deeds of Giving, Twitch drops, login bonuses, and much more. And the return of the much-loved Gilded Voyages. As we look ahead to next year, as Mike already mentioned, Season 1 launches in January, and it comes with a boatload of new content. Season 1 brings with it a new Merchant Alliance voyage, 3 featured live events, the introduction of our new seasonal progression system, and more rewards than we've ever had before. And in case you missed this piece of news, the Xbox Series S and X have launched, and Sea of Thieves is optimised for both. On Xbox Series S, the game runs at 1080p 60 frames per second, and on Xbox Series X it runs at 4K 60 frames per second. And in addition to this, you'll also benefit from improved load times on both machines. And finally, I want to say thank you to our amazing community for your continued support through what has frankly been a very strange year. It's you, the players, who make the game what it is. So with that, I'll see you on the seas. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you just saw and want to keep up to date with all the latest Sea of Thieves news, then like, subscribe, and click that little ship's bell for all those notifications. Cheers.